one of the things that I really appreciate about the Hmong farmers is there is a sense of persevering. You know, you come to the United States as a refugee and you make it work, whether it's soil amendment or whether it's adjusting your life. And it may not necessarily be what you've expected or the way you planned it to be, but you just have to evolve along the way, adaptability.
In order for us to consume a healthy food, we have to make sure we know where it's coming from. As a child back home in Somalia, we were growers. I mean, a lot of our food came from our garden. We would get our bread from our neighbor. You know, transitioning from our native country, that communal connection to food, it doesn't exist. I really want to bring that back to my community.
I'm Lillian and I'm a farmer. Farming has always been something quite important to us as Hmong immigrants or Hmong refugees. Farming is what my parents have known and they did back in Laos. So it's that one skill that they brought to the United States. It's a continuation of mom and dad's culture, our culture, but it's also something for us to sustain ourselves.
My name is Naima Dore. I am a farmer, mother. I am the owner of Naima's Farm and the executive director for Somali American Farmers Association. I've been farming with my family since 2016. It was all accidental. Mainly it was just for me to grow food for my child, my firstborn. And so I was growing a lot of microgreens and herbs and eventually transitioned to a community garden. And we got excited the possibility and how much we can grow a lot of our produce.
So we grow a wide variety of vegetables. So we do your traditional Southeast Asian food. So the chicken herb, the mustard green, you do the chili peppers. So half of it is growing what we eat on a regular basis, and the other half is growing to sell at the farmers market based on what the customers' demands are.
So I'm collaborating with University of Minnesota to trial some leafy greens. And the goal is really to see how much of the crops that are native to Somalia that I can grow here in the state and market it to the community. It's beautiful to see that a lot of the vegetables that I grew up eating, that they have access to that literally to their front doors.
Whenever we start the planting season, Dad usually does a blessing to all the ancestors and to the spirit and the soul of the farm. So it's just a way for us to kind of acknowledge that we're not just here, we're here along with all of the spirits and nature and really having that balance.
When it comes to a grower and someone who takes care of the land and honoring the land, we're not supposed to be taken. And if you do take, you have to give back. I always order extra seeds beyond me consuming my family, my community, and my people, but also the animals. So that's the responsibility that as a farmer that I have to continue to practice. Particularly here in Minnesota, because we're so far and removed from our country, there's a lot of healing that needs to be done. And so for the garden at Horn Towers, it's really to slow things down and allow the elders to come out of their units and really just to get their hands dirty. The goal is for them to remember how they used to grow food and how they used to farm. They're able to showcase their skills, their wisdom, and their knowledge. And I've gained so much, and we just started.
Yeah, I definitely see with the parents, they come to the farm because it is what they know. And it's what they can say, hey, this is what I know, this is what I can offer to my family, this is what I can offer back to community. And there really is that mental health piece of it, where I have a role in this world, I have a role in this life.
We're very communal people, so we tend to share and exchange, share a lot of food, and mainly just sharing stories too. I think that is the most impactful thing, especially for the young ones, to witness that and see that.
Kids are born in the United States, so you're typical American kids. And I really do hope that when they come to the farm, they see that mom and dad's hard work. I think it's something special that the grandkids get to spend this much time with the grandparents and not just like formally chat with each other, but really helping them along the way.
I and my two boys, they understand the process, putting the seed in their hand and allowing them to put it in the ground, and they see what it takes for that end product. So I think it helps them understand hard work and what it takes, not just to be a farmer, but the business aspect that goes into the work.
And I hope that as Asha and Jufu grow up, they really will look back at these times and go, you know, those were some kind of really, really great experiences that shaped who they become as adults. And whether it's just connected to the Hmong culture, connected to the Hmong stories, or just connected to their Hmong grandparents.
The interesting thing about the community gardening is it creates relationship. And truly, it gives my work a meaning, and it just allows me to grow and continue the work that I'm doing.